in the last 2 years. They're going to be homeless in 5 years because of these policies and the way that banks are being structured and the way that under this leadership we have been manipulated into such a false sense of security that we know we're being lied to, we know we're being manipulated, we're aware of the fact that we're in an abusive relationship, and while it could be sort of like construed, and I loved when, I think it was Tucker said, you know, conservatives are the new rock and roll generation, because like, I love that, like, I'm a huge hippie, all my friends make fun of me and always say, like, don't ever accuse Kay of being like what she looks like, she's a conservative, she's a Christian, but I do, I look like such a hippie, and I love, you know, I love that lifestyle. But I think at this point, it's less so about being rebellious and more so about fundamental survival instinct. And I think we are, like, we're actually a lot more educated in this country than people maybe tell us we are. Like, I think everyone talks about, like, failing educational standards and yada yada, but we understand our lived experience, right? Like, both of us understand that. And when we see how much our lived experience and quality of life is being diminished under Democratic leadership and how much, like, that policy spirit goes around us, it's like, yeah, we can be rebels by being conservative, but also we can just not be stupid.
Kay, I don't mean to be rude to you. This has been a great conversation, but I gotta run. I'm getting yelled at. I gotta take a break. So, but thank you so much for joining me. It was such a pleasure to get to speak with you. Please tell my Daily Caller friends that I said hello, and keep up the good reporting.
Oh my God, thank you so much. Let's chat as well. You are the best. Thank you so much fun.
Thank you. Follow her on Twitter at @KSmythe, SMYTHE. Mary Welter. More coming up on the Rob Corson Show. Safe, we designed award-winning security to protect every inch of your home. It's easy to set up yourself, and now there's an even easier option. Have an expert do it for you with SimpliSafe Pro Install. Always protecting, never a contract. 2 easy installation options, backed by 24/7 professional monitoring for less than $1 a day. Get 20% off any new system with interactive monitoring at simplisafe.com/radio. There's no safe like SimpliSafe.
Are you tired of high cable TV rates? Sign up for Dish today and get a $500 bonus offer while supplies last. Plus, lock in your price for 2 years guaranteed. Call All-American Dish, your Dish authorized retailer now. 800-296-1251. 800-296-1251. That's 800-296-1251. Offers require credit qualification, 24-month commitment, termination fee, and auto pay. Restrictions apply. Call for details. For the ones who know safety isn't a catchphrase, it's a culture. And the ones who help make sure everyone makes it home safe. For the safety-minded who watch everyone's backs, Grainger offers supplies and solutions for every industry, as well as safety assessments and training to keep your facility safe and your people safer. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey, there's Stuffy. I've been doing fire clearing all my life. Lots of gardening, landscape stuff too. If you're tired of having losing seasons in your backyard, try Longevity Bloomin' Minerals. This stuff's great. It'll enhance your soil. Best of all, when that team of gophers comes tunneling through your backyard, it'll bring those plants back to life too. Try this stuff in your garden and on your fruit trees. Heck, it'll help those indoor plants too.
Duffy is right on. Bloomin' Minerals by Longevity is an amazing product that is not a fertilizer. Rather, it is a soil additive that makes anything that grows and produces flowers or fruits to produce more, much more flowers and or fruits. Honest, go ahead and be amazed for yourself. Order Bloomin' Minerals online at bloomexplosion.com. That's bloomexplosion.com. This stuff works so well, I wouldn't be surprised if it made artificial plants look way better. bloomexplosion.com.
Satisfy your hunger right now with the delicious ramen and sushi you'll find waiting for you at Kaito. Easy in and out location in the Capitola Mall food court. Special orders woke up fresh, delicious, and oh so good.
This is Koji. I'm looking forward to seeing you at my restaurant, Kaito.
To some, a baby's babbling doesn't mean much, but it does. Especially if there's no babbling at all. Little to no babbling by 12 months or later is just one of the possible signs of autism in children. Learn more at autismspeaks.org. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the
drain the swamp. It's the Rob Carson Show.
I'm Mary Walter in for Rob Carson. Don't forget I have a podcast tonight, 7:15 Eastern on YouTube and get her live. You can leave your comments on YouTube and be part of the conversation if you'd like. No guests tonight, just us having a little bit of a conversation about everything that's going on, because I think a lot's going to be going on today with Donald Trump now on his way to be arraigned at the courthouse in Miami. All right. Coming up, we're going to talk more about Chuck Grassley yesterday and what he had to say regarding this information, trying to get the information. We were just talking to Kay about it, about getting this information from the deep state that are hiding so much of it to protect the Bidens. And they're just doing it in the open now. They don't care anymore. And your thoughts also on this new poll that shows that millennials are turning Republican. And there was a book written back in the early 2000s that argued for what they called an emerging Democratic majority. And they predicted that because of Obama's landslide election in 2008, that validated their idea of an emerging Democratic majority, and that they would have one-party rule, in the foreseeable future. And that's really not turning out. The election of Trump really proved that wasn't happening. And so I think that's one of the reasons they're on steroids right now. They're pushing the accelerator. One of the things that the left is doing, of course, is with this indictment with Trump. Anything you post that says to the opposite, so, well, what about Trump? Look at Hillary Clinton. Look at this. Look at that. They scream, what aboutism? It's what aboutism? So Dan Abrams wrote a piece, and I'm going to play devil's advocate, so don't yell at me. You sometimes have to get out of your bubble. I'm a big fan of getting out of your information bubble and looking at both sides. Let's see what the other side's saying, right? That's why I watch MSNBC when I can stand Joe and Mika. Sometimes I can't stomach them. That's why I watch them sometimes. To find out what the other side's argument is, right? You can't live in an information bubble. I think that's I know it makes you feel better and it's a little bit nicer, but if you're comfortable, you're not learning. You need to be challenged. So he tries to take apart the arguments that you often see online, and we've made here. Listen, I made some of them yesterday about Trump and his indictment. And he said the big one, of course, is Hillary Clinton. Why wasn't Hillary Clinton charged and Trump's being charged? Hillary Clinton smashed BlackBerries, used BleachBit, right? Got rid of 33,000 emails that were under subpoena. She wasn't charged. And he says that it was wrong for Clinton to have the server, but he said the prosecutors didn't believe they could prove the corrupt intent necessary to secure a conviction against Hillary Clinton. Now, I'm not a lawyer, but I go, well, I don't know. I think destroying the way to get to the information, right, destroying the BlackBerries, destroying the server, so that they could wipe it clean, like with a cloth, that to me shows intent to cover up. I'm not a lawyer, but I watch a lot of Judge Judy, and I'm just saying, I don't know, to me that shows intent, right? She was trying to hide it. She didn't want the government to get their hands on it. And she said, oh, well, I don't know, they just did that. Really? We never really delved into who told them to smash the BlackBerries with hammers. Who told her toadies to wipe, use the bleach bit to get rid of information? Nobody ever was really charged or went to jail or anything. So how is that not intent? And Trump pardoned someone, and I'll tell you, to show that I don't buy Dan Abrams' argument with this, Donald Trump pardoned somebody. I'm going to remind you about that coming up. We'll do that next on The Rob Carson Show.
If you're hiring, it can feel like you're trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. And now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. In fact, ZipRecruiter has helped a lot of business owners find their needle in a haystack, like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers. Because Telly Tires has grown a lot in the last few years, Marco needed to hire everyone from a receptionist to a store manager to a head mechanic.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill. ZipRecruiter helps me keep my business running.
Take it from Marco and millions of other businesses who've used ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter can help you find the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/FREE. ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Good day, folks. Warren Knox here, broadcasting live from the KNOX Broadcasting Network studios, bringing you the most up-to-date roofing knowledge in the area. As reported to us here, this winter's rough weather took quite a toll on most roofs out there. Trees that didn't stand up straight, rain that traveled where it didn't belong, roads that changed directions, and many lives disrupted due to the power outages. Knox Roofing, located and servicing Santa Cruz and Monterey Bay areas and beyond, is reporting to me that they are well equipped and experienced to handle all your roofing needs of all types and styles. If solar is on your mind, Knox Roofing now installs the state-of-the-art GAF solar shingle. Okay, until our next broadcasting, give Knox Roofing a call at 461-0634 anytime. Thanks, folks.
Mary Welter in for Rob Carson. Don't forget, coming up next hour, Kirk Cameron, actor and author, and we'll go back into the persecution of specifically Catholics this time around. It's always one religion. We're going to go into how he's back.
KSCO Santa Cruz, KOMY La Selva Beach, the Swirling Broadcasting System.
Breaking news this hour from townhall.com. I'm John Scott. In Miami, former President Trump has arrived at the courthouse to make a 3 p.m. Eastern appearance. Meanwhile, House Majority Leader Steve Scalise says Americans are frustrated by unequal justice.
When the president's main opponent for his re-election seems to be treated in a very different way than anyone else, including Joe Biden himself or Hillary Clinton or others, that's what people can't get beyond.
The former president set to be arraigned on 36 felony charges. His surrender to authorities follows last week's indictment accusing him of illegally possessing classified documents and trying to block Justice Department efforts to get them back. He and his supporters claim he's a target of political persecution. Also at townhall.com, consumer prices in the United States cooled last month, rising just 0.1% from April to May. Despite the slowdown, some measures of underlying price pressures remained high. Measured year over year, inflation slowed to just 4% in May, well below April's 4.9% annual rise. The pullback was driven by tumbling gas prices, smaller increases in grocery prices, and other items. Correspondent Jeremy House. The drop-off in overall inflation isn't likely to convince the Federal Reserve's policymakers that they're close to curbing the high inflation that has gripped the nation for 2 years now. In consumer news, Stellantis recalling more than 354,000 Jeeps worldwide. And that's because the rear coil springs can fall off while they're being driven. That recall covers certain 2022 and 2023 Grand Cherokee and 2021 to 2023 Grand Cherokee L SUVs. At Wall Street, the Dow had 170 points and the NASDAQ up 106. More of these stories at townhall.com.
Hello, everyone. This is Dave Michaels here to tell you about the Ultimate Daily Classic. Now, this special formula is designed to promote healthy blood pressure and improved blood flow to all parts of the body without the use of drugs or blood thinners. Improved blood circulation can result in better vision, brain, and kidney function. Ultimate Daily Classic has a mix of minerals, extracts, and herbs all in an easy tablet form. It's got hawthorn berry, ginkgo leaf, bilberry, thymus gland extract, and more. You don't have to go out and gather those things. They're all in there. If you're concerned about blood pressure, kidney, or eye function, then you should check out the Ultimate Daily Classic. For an extra 1-2 punch, add it to the Healthy Brain and Heart Pack. To find out more, log on to kscohealth.com or call 831-218-5726 to speak with an authorized longevity distributor. The number again is 831-218-5726 or log on to kscohealth.com.
We are greatly blessed, and we are greatly blessed.
Pakistan
found dead in the English city of Nottingham, while 3 others were hit and injured by a van in linked early morning incidents.
Nottinghamshire police say a 31-year-old man has been arrested on suspicion of murder, with Chief Constable Kate Maynell telling the media this is an horrific and tragic incident that's claimed the lives of 3 people. Maynell adds 2 people were found dead in one street just after 4 a.m. and a third in a different street, while the 3 injured people are being treated in a hospital. There's been no immediate word on their condition. The police have not given any indication of a possible motive. I'm Charles de Ledesma.
Breaking news and analysis at townhall.com. Publishing the apparent reason some 200 service members won't get promotions.
It could also delay the confirmation of President Biden's pick for chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. Republican Senator Tommy Tuberville of Alabama has been blocking the nominations to pressure the Defense Department to rescind a policy that reimburses service members who have to travel out of state for abortions. The proposal to hold a Senate debate over Pentagon abortion policies was seen by some senators as the best prospect for getting Tuberville to lift those holds, but his office said Monday that Tuberville was opposed. Keith Peters reporting.
Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker says Amtrak travel between Chicago and St. Louis is about to get 15 minutes quicker thanks to a high-speed rail project that will allow trains to reach speeds of 110 miles per hour. Those higher speeds will take effect June 26th. More of these stories at townhall.com. I'm John Scott.
Hey, this is Grace Gostin. I'm a singer-songwriter, and like many, I've been traumatized by years of bullying. You're ugly, you're stupid, you're gay, you're worthless. Bullying causes real harm and can result in severe long-term depression, anxiety, addiction, and even self-harm. I created the Black Box Project for anyone who has ever felt different for any reason. Go to theblackboxproject.org to help you take the first step to healing. You are not alone.
Satisfy your hunger right now with the delicious ramen and sushi you'll find waiting for you at Kaito. Easy in and out location in the Capitola Mall food court. Special orders welcome. Fresh, delicious, and oh so good.
This is Koji. I'm looking forward to seeing you at my restaurant, Kaito.
Opinions expressed on the following program are not necessarily those of KSCO staff, management, or advertisers. If something is said with which you disagree, please let us know by writing to us at comments@ksco.com.
You are about to hear the most interesting, informative, thought-provoking, opinion-leading, and funny show in America, on air and on the World Wide Web. This is The Rob Carson Show.
And I'm Mary Walter, in for Rob Carson. Coming up about half an hour will be Kirk Cameron, the actor. He's also an author of Pride Comes Before the Fall, and he is out there doing story hours for kids and, you know, appropriate story hours for kids. And he's been fighting a battle because they want to shut him out. So perfect day to have him on the show. Thank you, Ken, for incredible booking. Do appreciate that. Let's go to phones 1-800-922-6680. And, you know, we're just saying to the media, 0 seconds, zero between NBC, CBS, and ABC, CBS, and NBC, the big three. 0 seconds of reporting on the Biden bribery allegations. 0 seconds. Get 291 minutes of coverage on the Trump indictment between those three. 0 on Burisma and the alleged bribery. Nothing. So the people who watch those are ignorant. They're willfully ignorant, not their fault. Well, it is kind of their fault because you need to start changing the dial and you need to start getting your news from other sources as well, which I think everybody does, right and left. But as long as we have a propaganda set up and no longer news, and it is now propaganda for the left, can we ever really get justice? Can Donald Trump ever really get justice? If Trump is not the candidate in 24 and it's DeSantis, they're going to do the same thing to him. Can he ever get justice? I'm waiting. I'm waiting to see if it looks like DeSantis is going to be the nominee. I think we should have a pool as to his sex